Hey everybody, it's Jason Creel and this is the Lawn Care Life. Today I want to talk to you about something I'm doing on my own lawn to help it fill in, to help me mow the grass less often, and ultimately help me have a better looking lawn. And it's something I've shown on here before, and honestly I just emptied the bottle yesterday, so I don't have the bottle to show you, but I'm using a product called Podium on my lawn. Podium is a growth regulator. And you say, well, what does that do? Well, basically, here's how it works. You spray it on the lawn, and what it does, it takes the energy that the grass would use to grow vertically and makes it grow more horizontally, makes it grow deeper roots, and ultimately, you know, could possibly lead to it filling in faster, but it allows you to have that nice tight lawn, nice and short, without having to mow it so often. So, for instance, on my yard, it's been a work in progress for a while. Those of you that follow the channel know I've been working on it for about 18 months, and we plugged it about 9 months ago, and this year it's really starting to take off. Well, now we're in June, the weather's hot, I've put a lot of fertilizer on it, and this Bermuda is about to explode. I mean, I've been mowing it about every 5 days lately, and I'm mowing mine right now at 1.5 inches. And to keep it at 1.5 inches, I mean, really, I'm gonna have to mow it every 4 or 5 days throughout the summer. Well, with using a growth regulator, it will allow me to mow it far less often. So basically the way I do it is this, with the growth regulator, and again, it's the rates vary depending on the type of grass you have. So for Bermuda grass, it's 16 ounces per acre. So you think about that, the cost of the product, I figured it up, it's somewhere in the neighborhood of $18 and some change per acre is what it's cost me to spray Bermuda grass. So if you're thinking about like a 5,000 square foot lawn, I mean, really you're just looking at $2 or $3 is what it costs to spray it. So if you're doing this for your business, it can be a great profitable thing, but if you're doing it for your own lawn, you think about how often you have to do it. Well, for us warm season grass people, where the grass really grows in the summer, you know, I'm thinking May. I didn't do it in May because it wasn't growing as fast, but you could do it in May. But you know, for me, if I did it once a month, June, July, August, and September, 4 times a year at a very low cost, and it will cut your mowing, I'm gonna say by 1/3 of the amount of mowing that you would normally have to do. So instead of me cutting it every 5 days, I can probably go every 2, maybe even 3 weeks mowing and still keep my lawn nice and tight, give it that real thick look. So anyway, I think this is a great product. They also make similar products for shrubs. If you've got shrubs like Elaeagnus or holly bushes or boxwoods or whatever, things that are just growing out of control and high maintenance deals, then you can use a product like this. You know, not this specific product, but a growth regulator for shrubs. Sometimes you think about it too for like a maintenance company. If you're doing an apartment complex or some, you know, it has lots of trimming, they might just use it along the edges to cut down on the amount of trimming and edging that you would have to do. Or you imagine, I think I've used the example before, doing a cemetery and all the trimming that you have to do around the headstones, what growth regulator could do for you on that. But so anyway, the idea is not to make the grass sick and make it stop growing, but it's actually to just transfer the energy it's using to grow vertically and make it grow more horizontally, and that's what we're going to do today. So anyway, I'm going to spray the lawn. I've already got it mixed up at the rate for Bermuda grass, 16 ounces per acre. You know, different grass is going to take a higher rate. Like for instance, you're trying to suppress Bahia grass from putting up those tall shoots, it takes a higher rate. St. Augustine grass is a lower rate. So, you know, I didn't pay attention to cool season grass because I don't deal with those, but you can use it on those as well. So anyway, I'm sorry I don't have the jug to show you. I'll put a link to it in the description, and you can check that out. And I'm going to get started spraying the lawn, and look forward to showing you results in future videos. I think this is going to be part of a series of videos where I'm spraying it, and I can show you how well it works in later videos. I also wanted to mention a podcast I'm gonna put a link to in the description. Jobber, as you know, is a software company that I've worked with in the past. They sponsored our Lawn Care Life conference and are a great contributor to the lawn care community, in particular to those of us that are influencers and supporting a lot of things we do. And they have gotten on the podcast bandwagon, so they have their own podcast. I'll put a link to it. You can check it out. It's called Built by You, or just search for Built by You in your wherever platform you use to find your podcast. and subscribe to the Jobber podcast, so check that out. This is a podcast more about entrepreneurship, hearing stories, understanding the challenges of being in business for yourself and how to make it successful. So something that we can probably, as lawn business owners, all relate to. Of course, I got a big tank sprayer I'm gonna apply it with today. You can you apply it other ways. It needs a minimum of a half a gallon of water per 1,000 square feet according to the label. Make sure you read and understand the label, and of course wearing your proper PPE. All right, let's get started. All right, so we'll give that a little bit of time. As far as timing of the application, when you read the label, it talks about not, it needs to be actively growing grass. There's one caution, it may cause some discoloration in the turf. And I personally haven't seen that, but that's something to keep in mind. You wouldn't want to apply it on turf that's been drought stressed, so it's turf that's been, maintained, actively growing, which mine definitely qualifies for that. It's growing very fast. So anyway, it will definitely suppress the growth, and we'll check back that again on future videos, and hopefully, over time, it's going to even increase the speed of this yard filling in as this Bermuda grass is really starting to spread fast. Maybe this will even pick up the speed of that. So anyway, I'll put a link in the description of the product, Podium. There's other growth regulators out there. This is the one I've used personally and have had great success with in the past, and one I plan to continue to use. I'm Jason Creel. There's over 500 videos on the channel. I'd encourage you to subscribe. If you're in the lawn business, you can go to lawncarelife.com and check out some resources available for you there. Talk to you later. Thank you. Bye.